Hello, hello. Welcome to Devos and Doodles. You can meet me here every Monday at noon Central Time, and we'll do a little devotional together. This is the new one that we're doing. And then we'll do some lettering or doodle at the end of class. But as you pop on, say hello so I know you can see and hear me. Hello, hello, Tammy. Anyway, I'm Christy Darty. I teach hand lettering and doodling with a focus on faith. And I'm so glad that you're here today. So glad. Thank you, Jackie. I appreciate that. She's sending me a virtual hug, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But anyway, this is the new study that we're doing. It is, and it's just a devotional. It's not a deep study or anything. It's just a quick little devotional. But this is the YouVersion Bible app, the Holy Bible app. It looks like this right here, that right there. And then when you tap on it, you can, at the bottom, there's a home screen, which is great to do every day. A quick little devotional every day. And then this is the Bible where you can look up different scriptures. And this is the plans. And I have these plans here because I've saved them. So you can search plans you can find and go through and search different ones and work through those for free. But I'm going to go to my plans and click on the greatest gift. And you can just search for that. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that. Love you guys too. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if this has hit Facebook or not. So I don't see anybody from Facebook. I think it takes a minute. I want to make sure we're live over there. Real quick. Tell me about your weekend in the comments. What did you guys do? Did you have fun? Or tell me what your weather's like, where you're from, all the things. I can't even get this to open. I hope y'all had a good weekend. It's just spinning. Okay, there we go. Hold on. Now, let's see. Are we live? Are we live? It's just slowly spinning. Okay, that says live, but yes, we are live. Okay, we just don't have a people watching over there yet. Okay, anyway, let's get started. What I want, your husband bought me a We Create for my birthday. What is that? A We Create? If you're watching on Facebook, would you say hello so I can see that it's working right? Well, my weekend was bittersweet. I'm going to show you a picture of one of my heroes. I'll try not to cry. But this is Rosie, my grandma, and she passed. She was 93 and a half, and she's loving my life. She's precious, and she was just, colorful. You see the color that she's wearing. She always had color on, and she smiled so big wherever she went. People always they always recognized her and would say how cute she was. And then just how when she would come in a room, she would just like brighten up the room completely, not just with her dress, the way she dresses, because you can dress a certain way and you can, not be as adorable as she was. She was just the friendliest. She gave the best hugs. She loved people. She didn't want to miss a party. In fact, she's been in a nursing home for the past several months, and she's been sleeping a whole lot. So we felt like it was kind of coming. Thank you, April. I appreciate it. But I went to see her, and she was sleeping, and I thought, this was a couple of weeks ago. I thought, I don't want to wake her up. She looks so peaceful and everything. And then I thought, no, I'm going to regret it if I don't. So I tapped on her, and she opened her eyes really big and smiled and said, we've been praying somebody's going to come see us today. And I thought, that's so precious. That's so precious. And when I say we, my aunt, her daughter, lived in the same room with grandma at a nursing home. And so y'all can pray for Aunt Marie, because she doesn't know yet about her mama. She's got some, she's had to go to a psychiatrist. She's had mental health issues her whole life. And she had to go away to get her medications like kind of settled out. So pray for her because she comes back on Wednesday and mom's going to meet her and have to tell her. So it's going to be hard. But thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the sweet, sweet messages I've had. Anyway, this is Grandma. I probably gave y'all too much information, but hey, we can take all the prayers we'll take them all the prayers. Okay, a couple more announcements. Scripture Doodle Y was last week, and we are doing Z this week. That means we're at the end, okay? And it's not too late for you to participate, but let me show you. This week, I'm going to be giving away the template for, one moment, the template for a box that you can put your cards in. So we've been working on these cards. It is not too late. You can still jump in there, and we're giving you until December 1st to make up any of the classes that you missed. But if you're my tribe, you don't have to worry about it, because as long as you're a member of the tribe, you have access to it. So that is good to know. If you want information about my tribe, I think you can type tribe in the comments and it'll send you a link. If not, let me know and I'll get you one. And then we have this coming up. This is next year, and oops, we are already accepting travelers, cruisers, crafters. And we've had some signups. We only have a limited space, but this would be such a great birthday gift to give yourself, with the holidays coming up. If you're like me, there's nothing I need. There's nothing I really want, but this would be precious. And you could come and meet people and come on your own, or you could actually, talk to a friend who might want to join us with that. And so let's see. If you want the link for cruise, I don't remember what we have to type in for that. If you type cruise, I'll give you the link because I've got it over here. And do you remember I talked about digital doodles? This is my new Procreate stamp club. Every month you get a stamp set and a class. It's only $9.99 for the founders. You would be a founder because we just opened it. And then it'll go up in the new year. So, all right. Let me know, Donna, if you need the link, because I don't know if it should have sent you something in your messenger. No, you're on. Oh, it won't work for you, Donna. Donna, I'm going to put the link because you're on YouTube and I just realized. Okay, I'm going to put the link to the tribe. If anybody's interested in learning more, we'd love to have you. And you'll be grandfathered in at whatever price you sign up with as well. And I'm going to star these so you can find it. Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, are we ready to start our new devotional? If you're in my tribe, you have a template that looks like this. If you're not in my tribe, at the end, you could just draw a circle with some lines around it just to have your own template. Okay. The Greatest Gift by Joyce Meyer. This is so good. It's so timely. I love how this just goes right into Christmas. We're getting ready to see our family members and gather in love, like this says. But you can follow along on your own device, or I guess just listen to me. Gather in love. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be haughty, conceited, self-important, exclusive, but associate with humble people, those with a realistic self-view. Do not overestimate yourself. Romans 12:16. I'm so excited that you have chosen to participate in this study. The holiday season is one of my favorite times of the year. There's something so special about the lights, the decoration, the food, and the family gatherings. But at the very center of it all is Jesus, the very reason for it all. People, I don't know about y'all, but people around here have already started. They've done their Christmas set up with their lights and their trees and all the things. I haven't done it yet, but it makes me want to. Advent is a very special season leading up to Christmas. It's a time to get ready for the celebration of the birth of Christ. While the holidays are full of preparation for family gatherings and gifts, we want to take time together to prepare for the most important thing of all, the miracle this season brings. Through this study, together, we can get our hearts ready and focus on the things that are truly important. Spending time with family and friends is a huge part of the season. So loving those we spend time with and enjoying those relationships is essential. And it's not always easy, right? Let's take a look at some ideas on how you can love those around you in a greater way. Jesus said, I am giving you a new commandment that you love one another. Just as I have loved you, so you too should love one another. John 13:34. We were created by God to have relationships. And some of the greatest joys in our life can be found in the connection with others, with our spouses, our friends, our children, grandchildren, coworkers, and neighbors. Healthy relationships bring us new strength and true joy. But some relationships can be more difficult. And you may be asking yourself, how can I get along better with those people? How can I love others the way God loves me? How can I make a struggling relationship better? There's several different keys to building better relationships, but one thing in particular is that God always takes care of you when you put the needs of others ahead of your own. And we are selfish people. We just are. And so I love this study because it talks about it several times about putting others first. Selfishness destroys a relationship, but selflessness makes it thrive. It's not always easy to do. Many times other people don't act in a way that we want or expect them to. But if you'll look for ways to bless others, I'll say that again, if you'll look for ways to bless others, your relationships will improve. And the amazing result is God will bless you in return. Here's a few practical examples. Invite someone who may be feeling lonely to help you get ready for the holidays by decorating or shopping. Spend some time together. Volunteer to help serve a meal at a church or homeless shelter. You could invite someone you don't really know that well to dinner with your family and get to know them better. Listen. Sometimes it's just best to let the other person talk. Sometimes that's all we need, right? Call a friend or family member you may not see often and tell them why you're thankful for them. There are so many different ways you can be selfless, and there is great joy in looking for new creative ways to be a blessing. Would you like to make every day during this holiday season more enjoyable and memorable? Then begin taking just a few minutes each day to think about what you can do to help someone else. From Joyce Meyer, once you've been reduced to love, you'll have no trouble establishing and maintaining good, healthy relationships with others. Your primary goal in life will be to put the wishes of others before your own. And this is read John 13:34. It tells us to love one another. Think of 3 people you know who could really use a little love, and then come up with a few creative ways that you could express the love through this holiday season. Okay, let's go. This is Romans 12:16. Live in harmony with each other. Don't be too proud to enjoy company of ordinary people, and don't think you know it all. Ooh, that hurts. Romans 13:8. Owe nothing to anyone except for your obligation to love one another. If you love your neighbor, you will fulfill the requirements of God's law. And John 13:34. So now I'm giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. Okay, so that's it for today. And we're going to, not totally it, we're going to do our little sketching now, but I'm going to pull up Procreate. You can do this with just paper and pencil. You don't need anything special. I'm just doing it on here because it's easy. And yeah. And what I chose to do, and I encourage you to do what you want to do in these boxes. These boxes represents the weeks that we'll do the study. So every week we'll do a little lettering, and this is a 7-week study. So you're just going to draw 7 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And like I said, you could put a circle in the middle, and I like to write the title, The Greatest Gift by Joyce Meyer. And then again, if you're in the tribe, these templates it's in the tribe. It's in the group. It was posted this morning. Thank you, Shelly. I appreciate it. Hi, Tracy. Welcome, Fran and Lori and Donna and Gloria. Hi, April and Tammy. Good morning, Jackie. I saw you earlier. I'm so glad y'all are here. Okay, so you can kind of see, I decided to do love one another, but I encourage you, whatever sticks out in the devotional is what you'll put in your box. So it may not be what I write, but it might. I mean, it said love one another so many times in this one. You may be picking that too. Okay, I'm going to have a blank layer, and then I am going to make a fancy L that's going to go into an O. So you might want to watch me first if you want to try to do it like mine. I'm trying to get my hand right so you can see better. Okay, so I'm going to go, I want to make sure my brush is big enough. So I'm going to go up, down, around, and then I'm just going to go right on into my O. Do you see that? Let me just do it again. Good morning, Gail. Okay, let's do it again. So we're going to do our L, and we're really exaggerating these loops and making them really flowy. And then it's going to go, you could stop right there if you wanted to, and then go into it making the letter O. And then the V with the loop again. Thought that was just fun, something different. And I'm just trying to fit the words to fit in the space. Love one another. And then, so I started, with the A this size because I couldn't really go much higher, but the rest of the letters, I'm going to make them bigger to fill in the space more. See, I'm making it taller. Otherwise, it looks kind of lost. That filled in the space pretty good. And then I've got John 13:34. Like that. And then you could go back down. Yeah. Yes, Lori. Yes. Let's see if we can do Lori. I don't even remember how I did it the first time. No. Let me look at it again. I'm trying to write your name. More like that. Okay, so if you want to, you can go back and do some downstrokes. I'm going to take off my other layer to make them thicker. So let's do that with love. This is where the downstroke is with the L. And this is down too, but I don't want that whole thing thick. You could do maybe a part of it, but we'll see. Let's see. Maybe I'll make it a little bit thicker. I like it daintier, but that's up to you. Okay, and then the O. V. We're running out of space with that V there. And then the E. If you want to make it like really bold, but I don't know. I kind of like it without. Now, I picked my color palette of what I'm going to be doing for this study. And it's Christmas colors because this is all tying into Christmas. So I'll show you. I've already finished mine. I want to show you what it looks like. Just to encourage you to stick with us over the next several weeks, and then you'll have a piece of art at the end that looks something like that. And I'll show you some of the ones, especially for those of you who are new here, I'll show you some of the ones that we've done over the last several months. Let's see. It's just so much fun to go back and look. We studied, that's the script. I mean, the study is, the name of the studies in the center each time. This one had to do with a birthday. And then we put the date also on here, and usually who does the study. But isn't it fun? They're so different. I love them all. And I can go back and look at these scriptures and see what stands out. I could go back and do the devotional again But if you stuck with me and you did this with me, isn't it fun to reminisce and go back through? And the color palettes are, always something different. I try to stick with the same color palette. It makes it just so cohesive when you do that. This was in August, Beauty for Ashes. And this one was our last one that we just finished last week, Prayer Basics. And this will be what we're doing now. And my color palette, like I said, it's kind of Christmassy, but it has some blues and stuff in it. But so I'm going to go ahead and do my Love One Another. Is this where my, yes. I'm going to see if I save that. Hold on. Because I'm going to pull it in my reference. Did I save it? No, I saved the black and white copy. That's okay. Okay, so I like to put my template on a separate layer. And I'll go ahead and color all of the background in. So what I did is I got my color palette and I just started adding color. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. You've got to be on the right layer. I want to be on my layer that has my color palette. I mean, that has the drawing. I don't remember what I did. What all I did. Did I do a lot? I think I did a dark green here. And then maybe, I know there's a turquoise here. What did I do over here? Oh, I did the different kind of red here. And then what did I do there? Let me look one more time. Pink. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So I'm just going to concentrate on this block here. And to make it more interesting, because it's just written in black, which looks pretty all by itself, and you don't have to do anything else to it. But if you want to, if you are using markers, you could go ahead and do what I'm going to do with markers, and then trace over your lettering with a like a black marker to make it stand out. So I want to make sure to have a layer underneath, and then I'm just going to pick some of these colors that's going to tie in with the lesson, with the cohesive look, and then drop color there, and then pick maybe another color, tie in some yellow here. I mean, that was weird. That's pink. That's pink. And then maybe tie in some of the darker red here. I also really like white lettering a lot of times, so I'm just going to change it to white to see what I think. It's on its own layer. If you look right here, if you're an iPad person, you'll see that I've made a layer for each of my scriptures. So layer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that way I know where I am. And then I made a layer underneath it. So that's where I did those. But now I want to change the lettering to white. So I'm going to tap on it, hit select. And if you have the color fill down here on, you can do what I'm doing as well. I'm going to tap white. It's not as bright white as I wanted. I'm going to tap it one more time. Yeah, that's better. And then I can decide, do I like the white, or, what do I like? I'm going to go ahead and color the gift in too while I'm here. I'm going to go down to that layer, and I'm going to do it this color. This is the color I did it. And I'm going to tie in this color with the whole project. Okay, and then I need to go back and color that in, and the dark red in, and then whatever color I want my bow. Can't go wrong with turquoise, or whatever color this is. Okay. Now, I don't have, I have Joyce Meyer written underneath, so I need to move that layer up above there. So now it shows. Okay. And then we could do some little doodles around here if you wanted to. We could do just some swirls, or let me do the darker blue actually. Could do some doodles like that. You could do some of these like snowflake asterisk looking things, retro looking things. I don't know what they're called. But you do, let me show you step by step. You make an X, and then you put a line through this side and through this side. And you can make them different sizes. And maybe this one's kind of turned a little bit. That makes it more interesting if they're not all exactly the same. And things look good in threes, in odd numbers usually. So, hi, Becky in Las Vegas. Oh, I'm glad you found us. So there we go. And then if you wanted to take a step further, whether you're doing this on paper or you're doing it on the iPad, you can add a shadow. And if I were adding a shadow, I would do a gray marker where the lines go down. If I'm on the iPad doing it, then I'm going to go to that layer and I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to tap on the bottom layer and I want to make it black. So now you can see it's black. I've got a white one and a black one. And then watch how it really helps it show up better when I move it over. See that green, because it wasn't showing up real good on with the green. But I'm just barely gonna, and if I can blur it out a little bit if I want to, soften it. I'll show you what that did. Okay, I'm gonna blur it out again. Watch. See that? So find out how you want to blur it. And you see that shadow there? And it might be a little intense. Sometimes we want it softer. And if I want it softer, I can turn the opacity down right here. Like that. I think I'm going to go back and put, let me get on the right layer. I don't even know where that layer was. Where? Oh, right here. I think I'm going to put a dot on these. I don't know why. Just tying a little bit of white. Oops. And you could also shadow those as well. But I put those on top. Well, okay, I'm going to duplicate it and I'm just going to shadow it to see. And then I'll show you where the shadow is. There it is. And I just like to tap 2 or 3 times. And hit my Gaussian blur again. See how it blurred? I don't want it too much. And then I can turn down the opacity a little bit on that. So there we have it. Love one another. And yours could be completely different words, different colors, different design, different doodles. You know, I want you to make it your own. But if you like what I did and you want to do it, please do it. It's good to practice and learn from other people, because it gives you the ideas in the future of how you can do it again, you know. All right. This was so fun today. Next week we'll meet again at noon Central on Monday, and we'll meet for the next 7 weeks. And I think we end right at Christmas for this study. And then we'll be going into the new year, 2026. So y'all be thinking of your word of the year. Oh. Okay, something I have coming up, which is my Christmas workshop that I always do. Would you like to see a sneak peek of what we're going to be making? You're welcome, Tracy. If you're in my tribe, you get in free. If you're not in the tribe, it's only $10 for 10 projects. Okay, you ready? Look at the little gingerbread house. Look, it's got lights on. They don't really work, but that's a fun treat to put treats in. We're going to do that. We're going to do this one. This is a pillow box that you can put things in. And this workshop is called Handmade and Holy. So we're focusing on our faith. So that's why I have True Story here. I have Christ the Savior is Born here. This one is Jesus is the Reason for the Season. And also, I really wanted to have colored cards that we use markers on, the right kind of markers. If you use the wrong kind of markers, the color won't stand out. So I used acrylic markers. And then here's some of the gift tags as well. Pink is so hot, y'all. I mean, pink is everywhere for Christmas. So these are just some fun gift tags. I try to tie in the green, the red, and the pink. So be looking for this workshop. If you're in my tribe, don't sign up. Don't pay money. Don't do that. We don't even have the sign up link yet anyway, but you'll start seeing, and I'll probably run some ads for it, and to see if we can get some new friends that love what we love. And so you'll see that ad and you might want to click on it and buy it, but don't, unless you're not in the tribe. And it's only $10 for 10 projects. I will have a kit. You know how I usually have a kit available? This kit I will have the kit, and basically it's just going to be the paper supplies. It's going to be, a pillow box. What is this? Pillow box? I can't remember what I called it. It's going to have this box in there. It's going to have the card blanks with the envelopes too. It'll have the tags in there, but it won't have markers. It won't have pens or anything like that this year. You're going to be getting on your own. And this is actually what I used. This $8 set. It was $8 for 24 of them. Let me show you what they look like. And but they write. You can write on dark cards. You could write on a black card. Like, these are so cool how they show up. Like, here's blue. Let's see how it shows up on here. See how that shows up on there? Black. It's amazing. And pink, you wouldn't think pink would show up. Oh, and then one end is a brush. Okay, this end is a brush. So you can do more like lettering with it. And the other end is a bullet tip. So, but anyway, these were only $8.99 or something like that for 24. And that's what I used for all of this. And then I used also a black fine liner. I always love making some little fine marks too, because these are pretty thick. So, and another thing I did, glitter. We all need glitter. Do you see the glitter? So that will not come in the kit also. This is what I use, stickles, for that. You're excited? I'm so glad you're excited. And I will have an Amazon list for anybody who wants to just buy your own. The thing about when you buy things on Amazon, it's in bulk. And so that's great for me if I'm going to do a kit. But for you, it may not be so great because you might not want 20 of these, Although you might, because you might, have a little party and give them out. Or that'd be precious to give to neighbors. Or what could you put in here? What would y'all put in here? You could put chocolate covered pretzels. You could do chocolate covered nuts. You could do a necklace. You can do so many things. This too. I was thinking a candy bar probably will fit in this one. I may order one just to see. But Chex Mix, yes. So it can be food, or there we go. Money would really fit in here good. You would fill it with candy and treats. Yes. Oops. Yes. And I love, that's my favorite. I love the True Story. It's precious, but I also love these colors. I love the bright colors. So I think it's going to be fun. Be on the lookout for the workshop. Again, only $10. Hot chocolate, mini chocolates and marshmallows in the gingerbread box. Yes, that would be so cute. So many ideas. Okay. I'm glad we stayed on for that. Next week, maybe I'll have a link for you to sign up. If you're in my lettering tribe, let me tell you what's going to happen. We will put a link in Christy's lettering tribe. You'll click it. It'll take you to the Facebook group. You're already in because it knows that you're in my membership. You don't have to put your email address or anything. It's just going to put you right in. So you might be like confused, like, oh, I didn't really sign up or I didn't do anything. You don't have to do anything except click the link that's going to be in the Lettering Tribe. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much for, let me give you one more peek at my sweet grandma. Just sweet lady. There's my grandma. I'm going to miss her. Thank you so much for all the sweet comments. If you missed and you just popped on, she was 93 and a half. She passed away yesterday at 4 a.m. And she's going to be missed. We just love her, but we know she's with the Lord. She loved the Lord. And her favorite scripture is, I'll get it for next time. Sound Mind, the one that says Sound Mind in it. Anyway, what is that one called? Now it's going to bug me. She would always say it. Anyway, all right. Thank y'all. Love ya. See you later.